All right, let's talk about something that's, well, probably one of the most critical and, let's be honest, most stressful parts of building a great team: hiring. But today, we're not just going to rehash the same old tips and tricks. No, we're going to dive into a totally different way of thinking, a system called the Evaluation Employment Model. And trust me, it might just change everything you thought you knew about bringing new people on board.
So if you've ever been in charge of hiring, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It feels like this high-stakes gamble, right? You're wading through piles of resumes, sitting through interview after interview, and you're just doing your absolute best to try and predict who's going to be a star. But at the end of the day, no matter how much you prepare, it always feels like a bet, doesn't it?
And that right there, that's the classic dilemma every hiring manager gets stuck in. I mean, if you hire too slow, you risk losing that amazing candidate to another company, or you leave your own team struggling to pick up the slack. But what if you rush it, make the wrong call? Ooh, the cost of a bad hire, it's just massive. We're not just talking about money either. We're talking lost time, a hit to team morale, cratering productivity. It's a total pressure cooker.
So you gotta wonder, right? Is this whole gamble just part of the game? Is this uncertainty something we just have to accept? Or is there another way? A way to build a process that swaps out that gamble for some real, actual confidence? Well, the good news is, there is.
And that's what we're here to talk about. This brings us to a fundamentally different way of doing things, an approach designed to tackle this exact problem. It's called the Evaluation Employment Model. Okay, so the core idea here is honestly a total game changer. Just look at that key phrase, performance validation before confirmation. Now, this isn't just some small tweak to the way things are normally done. No way. It's a complete flip. You're reversing the final step. Instead of hiring someone and then just crossing your fingers and hoping they work out, you get to validate their performance first. Okay, so that's the big question, right? How in the world do you validate someone's performance before they're even officially an employee? Well, it's not random. It all comes down to a really clear, structured process.
So here's how it breaks down. Step 1, that's pretty standard. You find your top candidates. But right here is where things take a sharp turn. Instead of getting stuck in endless interview loops, you move on to a paid, short-term evaluation period. And during this period, the candidate gets to work on real tasks. I mean, the actual stuff they'd be doing if they got the job. And your decision to hire? It's based on the results they actually produce. You can think of it like a try before you buy, for everyone involved.
And, when you go through this, whether you're the one hiring or the one being considered, it feels different, totally different. There's a whole other kind of energy, a kind of clarity that you just never get from the usual back and forth of interviews.
And there's a really simple reason why it feels so different. It's because it is different. The whole dynamic shifts. You're moving away from just guessing how someone might do based on how well they answer questions, and you're moving toward observing how they actually perform when the rubber meets the road. And this shift, this really gets to the heart of the whole model. It's about a massive change in mindset. It's about leaving one world behind and stepping into another. It's about making the move from hope to evidence.
Yeah, this really lays it all out, doesn't it? I mean, think about it. Traditional hiring, it's basically an act of faith. It runs on hope. You're hoping that a polished resume means they can do the work. You're hoping that a great interview means they'll be a great teammate. It's all hope. But the evaluation employment model, that's built on evidence. It's built on seeing the person in action, working on real stuff, and using that concrete proof to make a decision you can feel truly confident of.
And really, that's what this is all about. This is the big idea to take with you. Real, genuine confidence, it doesn't matter if we're talking about science or business or hiring people, it never comes from just wishful thinking. It comes from proof you can see and verify. It comes from evidence. So I'll leave you with this question to think about for your own team, your own company. Take a good, hard look at how you hire. Are your most important decisions, the people decisions, being made on a foundation of hope? Or are you building your team on a foundation of cold, hard evidence? Because the answer to that, well, it could change everything.